What's going on, y'all? That's your boy, Mr. Gold Bottle, man. I'm coming to y'all now. Want to first send prayers to PNB Rock's family. He was shot. A Philly dude shot in a Roscoe's. I'm hearing close to the airport. I'm seeing a narrative start to develop. I'm hearing a lot of people from my city, from Philly, saying that it ain't safe in LA. I don't want people to get the wrong idea. LA has never been safe for anybody. However, I don't want this whole East Coast, West Coast narrative to kick back up, right? We're not doing that. I'm from North Philly. I'm from 12th and Hunterdon. I went and lived in Los Angeles for 3 years. Had a few Philly niggas visit me and everything. Out of the 3 years that I lived there, I won't tell you I didn't have a problem, right? But LA is like anywhere else. You know, if you in a urban environment, somebody gonna check your temperature. That's just what it is, right? Gangs out there, they see you, they don't know where you from. You know, majority of the time, they bang on you. You're like, yo, I'm not from here, I don't bang. And it's a done deal. Like, but I'm seeing a bunch of people who never lived in Los Angeles, who never even visited Los Angeles, try to give Los Angeles a bad name and act like they against East Coast niggas or they against Philly niggas. Like, let me be the first to speak up for Los Angeles. It's not like that. Can you go to Los Angeles and get into some shit? Absolutely. But you can go anywhere and get into some shit, right? It's all about how you conduct yourself and carry yourself, right? The streets gotta eat, the wolves is hungry, right? That's everywhere. So, before people go to stirring up this narrative that LA doesn't like East Coast people or LA is targeting people or blah, 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 blah. Let me dead that right now and say that I was a resident of California for 3 years. And when I first moved to California, I moved to South Central. I later stayed in Rolling 60s, right? So, you name it in terms of the hood, Compton, Watts, Inglewood. Shout out to all my LA niggas. They fuck with me. Shout out Millennium on Crenshaw, where I used to go get my hair cut. Like, before y'all start to creating these narratives about a place that you know nothing about, let me stop that here. I got nothing but love in Los Angeles. LA show niggas mad love. However, it's not sweet. It's like anywhere else. If you live in an urban neighborhood, you know people can't just, parade through your hood like they want to. They need to know somebody, or they need to be taking safety precautions. From my understanding, PNB didn't have no security. And that's the mistake that people are making. It's not sweet, right? LA is a beautiful place that you can relax and it'll rock you to sleep if you ain't paying attention. But the only thing I wanted to comment on was, let's not start this narrative that LA people don't fuck with people. Let's not start this narrative that LA got something against the East Coast. Let's not start this narrative that if you a East Coast nigga, you not safe in Los Angeles. That's not true. The only niggas that's not safe is the niggas that's not moving right. Right? All of this, people don't want to check in. Guess what, homie? You gotta check in. If PNB would have checked in with the right people, they would have told them, don't take your ass to no Roscoe's by the airport on Century or wherever the fuck you was at without no security and having jewelry and money and shit on you. They would have told you that. Right? Or it would have been some niggas from that neighborhood that would have got word to keep an eye on you. Every time that I went into a different neighborhood in Los Angeles, I knew someone who lived in that neighborhood. I knew someone who spoke to people. Like, if you've never been over there, you don't know, like, streets like Maple and Piru and all that. You can't just ride down them blocks. But you don't know that because you're not from there and you're not of the culture. So, if anything, I want to say, again, blessings and prayers to the family of PNB Rock. Let me speak on behalf, I can't speak for LA, but let me speak on behalf of an East Coast Philadelphia dude who lived there for 3 years. You can survive in that city. You don't have to go through all of these problems. The people who go through them, not to say PNB Rock did anything wrong, but it's not your place. That's not your turf. That's not your ground, right? So out of respect, you know, and your own fucking safety, I'm not saying you got to pay nobody, but you should communicate with locals. You should establish a relationship and ingratiate yourself with local people that you can make a phone call. Hey, got a problem. You know, you need names that people know. It's a certain way you got to move out there. So before y'all get started, don't start this narrative that LA is got some sort of issue with East Coast people or Philadelphia people. Don't do that, because that ain't true.